So let's continue working with this project. Now you can see we have this second part that says query the REST API. So we're gonna start working with this cocktail API .js, and here we're gonna write the query. So first we're gonna start on the top. Here on the cocktail API, we're gonna create a new class, and we're gonna name this the same name that we have the file, cocktail API, and open the braces. So we're gonna open the app.js and I'm gonna instantiate this. So we add a comma and we're gonna add cocktail equals to new, and I'm gonna copy this class. So now we have the instantiate right here, or the current instance. We're gonna remove this and we're gonna query by the name of the drink. So we're gonna have cocktail and a dot, and the method to query this is going to be get drinks by name, and this is going to take the search term. So we're gonna pass this right here. So we pass the search term and we need to write this method. So copy this and paste right here. So this is going to take a name. So we're gonna add name right here, and we're gonna add a comment, get recipe by name. We're gonna make this asynchronous. We're gonna add async, and then we're gonna open the docs. So for example, you can see we have search cocktail by name. You can see that these routes are different one to the other. So we're gonna copy this in this example. It's going to be the first one. So we're gonna add search by name, and we're gonna add a const variable, const API response is going to be equals. And since we're using async, we have to use a wait right here. Then we're gonna use fetch, and I'm gonna inject a variable right here. So we're gonna use fetch and template or string literals. You can see in this case, this is retrieving Margarita or Margarita. So we're gonna pass the name of the recipe right here. So this is going to return all the drinks that match the name that we're passing or the name that we are writing in this input. So right here I'm gonna add another one, returns a JSON response. And I'm gonna create a new variable, cocktails, const cocktails. It's going to be again a wait, and it's going to be API response dot JSON. So fetch API is going to return this as JSON. Then remember we have to return this, and we're gonna return this wall object as cocktails. So save this. So now everything is going to be right here. So the previous one or this one is a promise. So remember we need to use .then in order to access to the data. So right here I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna add .then, and this is going to return cocktails. So cocktails like this, arrow functions, and open the braces, and from here you can console log the cocktails like this. So save this. This is going to be the response that matches this. So we're gonna add Margarita and click here on get cocktails. Let's open the console and see that everything is working. You can see we have an object, and then we have cocktails, and then we have drinks, and we have different cocktails. And you can see that the name of this is Margarita. So this is working nice. So for example, if you add something like this and you click here on get cocktails, this is going to return an object, but you can see this object is null, is empty. So from here we can make an if statement. I'm gonna remove this, and you can add something like this, if cocktails, this is the main object. You can see we have cocktails, and then we have another cocktails, and then we have drinks. So we're gonna use cocktails dot drinks is equals to null. That means that nothing exists. So nothing exists, and we're gonna print another message. So we're gonna copy basically this. We're gonna remove this, and we're gonna add there, and we're gonna escape the quotes. So I'm gonna add escape like this, there are no results, comma, try a different term, and it's going to be danger also. In the case that we have something different, we're gonna add else, and at the moment I'm gonna console log the cocktails. So save this, and let's open Chrome. Let's make a search for something like this, get cocktails. You can see there are no results. In the case that we add something like vodka and we click here on get cocktails, you can see that we have the cocktails in this object that contains the drink. So in the next video, we're gonna continue working with this. The idea is that we read these values and we print the results here on the bottom. So let's continue in the next video.